welcome back to my channel. So I'm still working in with the Botanist attic kit, and today I'm going to be decorating some tags, and then I'm going to make like a special little window, page. It's something I've been wanting to make for a long time, and I've had it in my mind of how I want to do it, and I just haven't done it before, so I'm kind of excited to show you that. So these are all the little the mini ephemera that's in the kit. There's heaps and heaps of it. You get loads and loads of ephemera, little bits and pieces, but that's only part of it. I've got the rest of it in like a big container next to me. So I'm just going to use these to decorate some tags. Oh, and the other thing, these here, these are a new printable. I gave you a freebie on Friday, and the freebie was a sheet of these labels. These are herb labels. Hopefully you can see. So we've got dill, basil, eucalyptus, lemon balm, oregano, rosemary, sage, thyme, parsley. Yeah, dill was the first one, wasn't it? So I think there's 12 there, 12 little herb labels. So that was the freebie. That was just one sheet. But in the kit that's going into my Etsy shop, you'll get this sheet. Plus you'll get a sheet of tags. These cute little tags with the same herbs on them. And then you'll get mini ones of the same. So you get smaller ones as well. And there's the smaller oval ones and that. But that should be in my shop by the end of today, hopefully. I haven't actually put it in my shop yet. But if you want the freebie, just the big ones, make sure you head over to my Facebook group or my coffee page, and you can download them from there. So it's all in keeping with the botanical theme, so I thought, you know, I could incorporate some of these in the kit. But these actual tags that I'm using today are not in the kit, but they are, I have a collection of like blank tags. When I say blank, they all have ephemera backgrounds. In my shop, it's called the Mega Tags Kit. And you get like about 80 tags. You get large size and this smaller size. So I'll often use them in my kits. They're just, you know, all ready to go when you want to make a few more tags. So I'm going to be just gluing a few things down, showing you how I sort of decorate tags in the way of doing clusters. I kind of just put clusters. I like to do clusters in the corner. So when I'm deciding where I want to put everything, I like to look at it as being like an L, like there's an L shape. So I'll have something like this ticket, like something taller, maybe here, or L shape there. I'm hoping you can see okay, because you're kind of far away. I wonder if I can zoom in a little bit without dropping the camera or something. Oh, that's wrong. That's not right. Okay, is that a little bit better? And I need to move that way a little bit. Okay, so yeah, so a kind of an L shape. So what I do is got a tall one here. And then I want something going that way. For this one, I've got this bird, which I actually want on the top. But then, you know, I need a little cluster kind of in the middle. So I'll grab something like this that just looks, you know, something until I think it looks right. And I'll just do that. So this one over here, I think I had it on this side again. I think this one I had on this side. So anyway, you'll see as I'm doing it. But I wouldn't mind putting a bit of lace or fabric behind them. I like to do that as well. Oh, this is the piece of fabric that was white that I've been using for a long time actually. It's lasted me a long time. I can't remember where it came from. I think it just came from a scrap from probably a second-hand shop. And I've tea-dyed it or coffee-dyed it, so it's got that nice colour to it. So I'm just going to cut out a few little strips maybe. And I even got my glue gun out for today because I want it to dry fast. So for the video, just it dries faster. So you can ink or not ink, it's totally up to you. If I'm making a grungy journal, I prefer to ink. I'll try not to take up too much of your time inking. I think the tickets, oh, what am I doing? I'm dabbing it on the lid. There's no ink there. Okay, so I think I've already done my tickets when I made them. So I'm going to put that there. If you didn't see me, that was another video where I was showing you how to make your own tickets and labels, things like that. It actually might have been the last video. Let's glue them down where we want them. And I'm just using this. And I don't even mind if it's over the edge of the page. Sometimes that looks nice. Let me see. So I want that on an angle. Yeah. Like that. I might just use my glue gun more often. It's just that you run out of glue. It's a bit messy, but I mean, it's so much quicker. There, like that. So you can see how a little cluster in the corner just makes a little, I just think it looks not, it just is pleasing to my eye, so I just like that. And then I'll ink this. And I will add, you know, ribbon or twine into the hole. So we'll just put that one aside for now. And we'll just look at this one. So when I say I like it to look like an L, it doesn't have to be, you know, exact. Like it doesn't have to be that distance and that distance. It's just the general sort of a, it's like, you know, it's just the general shape of how I like to decorate. And I mean, sometimes I'll do it differently, obviously, and I'll just put a featured, not featured image, but a, you know, you have your hero image or whatever, and just smack bang in the middle. So that's also, but I'm kind of a, I like odd numbers and things to be odd. I'm a bit weird like that because and you know, it's not really weird though, because apparently I have heard artists and people saying like odd numbers are pleasing to the eye. So in that way it's not strange, but I even have to have my radio or TV volume on an odd number. If someone puts it on an even number, I just have to change it. I can't help it. It's one of my quirks, I suppose. I'm sure we all have our quirks. So yeah, the idea of this one was putting that behind as the tall bit. And then, but I actually do feel like I need something circular there. But then this number is going to stick out like that to make it more like that shape. But perhaps just that little flower will be okay, because I didn't want to cover up the words. That was the only thing with this one. So let's see, let's put down this first. Yeah, I just sort of grab bits and try them out. I don't just, you know, I don't just really put anything anywhere. I do like it to look nice. And there's so much ephemera in this kit. Just let me see what that's going to look like with a bigger circle. There is some, there should be some wax seals. No. Just wondering if that's better. I think that's a bit better, a bit more balanced. Didn't put fabric under this one. Lace. That's alright. Whoops, I'm going to turn that around that way. Put the leaf that way. Go. This one. Sorry, my fingers are a bit. Oh, I've got arthritis in all my fingers and thumbs. Sometimes they get a bit they don't want to do what I want them to. So that's two. Let's just do one more and then I'm going to get onto that window. The window that I want to make. And I'll just quickly show you what I've done with the cover of this journal as well. But I've got to get onto this because tomorrow I've got a new kit coming out for March. And, but I'll still finish this one behind the scenes. So I've got a beautiful new kit coming out. It's going to be, it's a bit of a contrast to this one because it's going to be beautiful pastels and things. So it's not going to be grungy, it's going to be more shabby chic. Ah, but this glue's sticking to me everywhere. Alrighty, so how did I have this? I had, well, this is how I would do it. That looks, the butterfly needs to go somewhere else. Yeah, up there. Okay, looks good to me. Good thing about this glue is you don't need much. So much quicker. But I just don't like the fact that you get all the strings everywhere and see, look at that. It's stuck to my thing. Put this down first because I wasn't sure where I was going to put the butterfly, but stick this one down. So this is from my stamping the other day, these little numbers. They come in handy. Yeah, butterfly can go up there or there. Down there. Oops, got this on me. That's what my, what did I say? There. That's what my glue gun sits in. A bit of foil there. I need one of those holders, I think. Okay, so I'll just bring them a little closer so you can see. There's 3 tags done. I'm still yet to decorate the pockets that came with the kit, and the other tags that came with the kit, and etc. But and I'll probably do a similar thing with all of those. I'll just put those aside now. And I'm going to need to move this aside so that we can now this is the paper I'm going to use. It's a beautiful brown paper, and it is a fly page from a book that I had. It's an actual book that I use, actually. It's a cookbook, but I just love the colour of it so much that it's just like a really nice warm brown. And I thought, now that's going to be perfect for my actual specimen card bit. Let me just move my fabrics out the way. And tickets for now. Oh, didn't realise I had some stickers there either. Now I have used stickers, and I've used the cutouts from the freebie specimen slide sheet, which was 2 Fridays ago. So all I've done is put them between the laminating sheet and laminated them, and I've left enough room around for cutting, you know, for my windows. I'm obviously not going to use all of these at once, but I've got them there if I want to make them in the future, or I can mass make some. And so then I did stickers. I laminated stickers, so I wanted to show you that. And these are really nice. They're these are from Temu, and these are the dried flower stickers. They're dried flowers, and I actually really like those, but I'm not sure if they're going to fit in what I'm going to do today, because it's going to be using a 2-inch punch, because that's the largest circle punch that I've got. So it's going to be a circle window. So I'm going to have to probably use a little butterfly. It's going to be this size. So I think we can see that the flowers aren't going to fit unless I, you know, cut the bottom off, which I don't really want to. I think I would make long, you know, the longer square ones for those. I'm going to put that aside, and then I'm going to do, I think I'm going to use that green butterfly because I really like it. So I'm going to cut, leaving a wide berth. I'll cut this into strips. And I can go somewhere in my stash. I hope the light's okay. There's a fair bit of sunlight shining through here this morning. Well, this afternoon. Oh yeah, just big enough. Alright. Actually, this is not going to be a circle because it's just going to be glued in onto the circle. So it's going to stay a square, but I'll have to cut it down. I'll show you anyway. So let's just get my journal. Get to the page. Move these things out the way. Sorry, I'll probably speed this bit up so you're not waiting. Now, I haven't done this before, as I said, so it's an experiment, but I think it's going to be nice. So with the journal, on the cover, I did some stenciling, and this is just with gesso. I didn't use modelling paste. I just used gesso, and this is a beautiful rose stencil that I've got, so I did that around the edges, and then I've done it pretty much all over the back. I thought that would just look really nice with this brown paper. And if you remember, I made this out of a paper bag, and I covered it. And so my cover top is going to be this, and it's going to have some book page around it and possibly some lace or something, fabric. I haven't decided, but that's what I'm putting on the cover. I might put a butterfly there or whatever. You could cut out the window if you wanted to. And then I haven't done anything in here yet because I haven't decided what I want to do. I think I'll stick some paper down. And then I've added several different papers to the signature. So I've got, this is actually, what do you call it? It's rice paper. I bought it off Temu, so it's probably not the quality of real rice paper, but see how it rips the same. You have that, it feels the same. So I printed on rice paper, and it's kind of see-through, so I thought that was really nice. Oh, what's that stuck to? Oh no, that's just the pocket. Just a pocket on the other side. So yeah, I've just got that little tuck there. I made out of the, what do you call that? The lace strip in the kit. And I've got one of the tall journaling card in there. I made a little cluster here again in the corner, and just tucked some things in there. I made a large pocket. The papers, I've got papers from the kit, plus this is a vintage cross-stitch paper. It's all vintage, and this is vintage. This came with this, and so this is someone's actual cross-stitching. Those beautiful flowers there. And then some tea-stained lined paper. This paper here is one of my printables, but it's one that I've grunged. In a previous video, I showed you how I made a mixture that you can paint on just to grunge your papers. So that's what I've done with this one, and I really like the effect that it has. It kind of thickens the paper as well and makes it slightly see-through and darkens it, because this was white in the background. But it's a mixture of, clear glue and coffee and water. So I've done that to some of my pages. This was another kit. That was another kit here. If you can see, I've got some vintage music paper, coffee dyed paper, book page. That's from another kit. Vintage book page here. Oops. Take that off. These are the kit pages. And that might be alright added in. Yeah. So then we just go back the other way. Okay, so that's all I've got done so far. Now, which page do I want to do this on? I haven't sewn my pages in because of the fact that sometimes when you want to work on them, you have to pull the page out to work on it. So, thinking... I want it... Could do it on a small page. I think maybe this page. Okay, so I might just pull that page out. And then I just put this one up there like that, so I know where it came from. Okay, so I need to, oops, here's what I need to do. So the specimen window, where did I put my, where did I put the butterfly? Oh, where did I put the butterfly now? Oh my goodness. Should I put it in here somewhere? No. Oh, darn. I must have put it down somewhere, didn't I? My, oh, there it is. That's right, on top of everything. Okay, so what I need to do is, there will be a circle in this page. But then this I'm going to turn into like a specimen card, also with the circle, and it's going to wrap around the page, just this page. And there'll be a hole on either side so you can see through that, if you know what I mean. So that was my idea. So this is, let me measure this. Three and a half inches. 3.5 by 3.5 might be. And I've also got to keep in mind of how far my punch will go in on the page. So, yeah, okay. Might have to go this way up. Let me think. So it's not going in a long way, is it? so I can see what I need to do. I would need to punch this hole first and then measure everything else to match. Let's do that. Punch the hole. I hope it works. Keep that for something else. Alright. Of course I can cut this down. Oh, another cute little butterfly. That I would need to cut to there. Doesn't matter so much on this side. Need to cut it to there, just to see if I can make a little mark on that. Cut that down. So that I can still attach it to the page. Let's make this, let's cut this down this side as well. Okay. Then it can also be seen on this side. I'm just going to ink in here. This just got to figure out how big I want it. Hold it there. Cut it to there. So it's got to be twice this size to wrap around. It's about 2.5 inches. 2 5/8. So that's 5 1/8. I can cut this straight. Probably not. I might just cut it slightly outside the line. Better to be bigger than smaller. There we So the idea is this is going to fold in half. It's not very straight. Now this is going to go around the page. So it is going to like kind of reinforce that hole. But it also has to have a hole in the middle in the same spot. So I'm going to mark it on this one. With my pencil. Where the hole needs to be. Turn it this way. And then I'll punch the hole. Where did I put my punch? Oh, I'm always losing things, aren't I? Punch. Doesn't even want to go in that far. Okay. I'm just going to need to cut a tiny bit off this end. If I had a die cut, it'd be a lot easier because I wouldn't have to worry about this, but we can make it work. So now that I've cut that, still the same, yeah, of course it is. That's going to be a little bit out. Because I can't cut it off that corner. I mean off this bit. Thinking. I mean it's only a couple of millimeters, but it's not. Let's see. I'm sure I can fold this back just a tiny bit. Sure. Then it's going to cut that off, isn't it? Oh, what do we do here? I just don't want to cut too much off the edges because it's got to be glued down. We might have to just have a skinny bit on this edge. Okay. Okay, it's done. I know that'll be good for something. Okay, that's still okay. Yep. And this is going to wedge in here somewhere. It's going to go like that. So that will all glue down. And then on that side. And I will decorate this. I'll stamp it or something, but okay, so I need to cut a little bit off this end of the butterfly. Now I'm wondering if the glue gun will stick this. Can try. So put the glue on here. As thin as I can. In there. Now this has got to go exactly where we want it. Something's stuck in there on that side. Okay. Alright, so I'll put the glue on here. I've just done two sides for now because I'm thinking whether I want it to be a tuck spot as well. But I might completely glue down this side. So just on the edges again. It's just a few bits of glue that will come off. Okay, there we go, it worked. So we've now got this neat little window through the whole page on both sides. You can see that page through there. I just thought it was a neat little idea. And so at the end of the video, or it might be at the beginning, you might have seen it, I will put a photo of it decorated up how I want it. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. Let's have a look at it in the journal. It's going to go in here. Okay. There it is. Oh, I'm loving the way you can see that vintage writing in the background. See on this side? That looks really, really nice. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that and you give it a go. So that's it for today. thanks very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.